Talks.
Yeah. Take two. Oh yeah.
Take one.
Well, here we are, Container Talks number 2. As I said, we're going to be diving right in, just chatting.
Yeah.
We're constantly, I think, in this wrestle of like, how much do we like practice and script this and try to be all organized versus wanting to keep the raw feel of these chats and these talks, so to say, in the container. And so I explained that a little bit in the first video. If you didn't see it, that's all right. I kind of want to go, I'll probably kind of re-emphasize that in the first couple of these, is just why I'm doing this. And the topic for this one being around the importance of video comes into that, but it's not actually the main reason. I really have, I've for a long time wanted to figure out or felt challenged, what are the ways I can share some of the stuff I'm learning with others. I'm doing kind of a lot more training in these past few years with different organizations and stuff and individuals, and I really felt in relaunching my website and the blog and stuff like that, I'm doing that, but felt very challenged on video. And I was like, oh, how could I start to share this stuff through the medium of video, which I believe is so important, and we're going to talk more about that. How could I do that? And how could I, in a sense, allow people kind of an inside look at some of how I learn the things I learn, or where these things come from. And really it came down to a place of, this isn't me, this isn't my necessarily expertise, but it comes out of a place of working in team, working with amazing people like Scott and the others I work with. It's a place, comes out of a place of collaboration, a place of, and I want to model that through videos like this, that it's not like you go to some kind of communications guru or social media guru and find out information, but actually so much of this really comes through working with incredible teams and actually having discussions and talks and great stuff. And so many of like the really cool initiatives we've done in Wyoming Newcastle organization we work with have come out of us having chats literally in this container. Between the two of us or between others we work with, where it's like, oh, an idea is sparked and it really births something that really creates incredible innovation in the work we do. And we've seen really exciting things over the last few years. And,
Totally.
And so we just wanted to allow you to be, in some ways, a fly on the wall, but a fly doesn't really give any kind of interaction or feedback. So it's like a fly on the wall, but at the same time, we want to actually, it's more of a, here's a chair for you, sit here, chat, like get an idea. Pull up a chair, basically. And so even in watching the video, through your ability to comment and tweet or Instagram, whatever it is, I really value that feedback, because I'm calling this Container Talks, it's not a teaching session or a training or something like that. This is very much, I want to be you getting an inside look into our lives. So welcome. Again to number 2. That's a bit of why I'm doing this, and hopefully more of that comes out throughout the whole episode. But like I promised in my survey that I've been running the last few weeks, I did sort of put a little bit of a prize incentive in there to do a bit of a draw for an iTunes gift card. And so I had just over 50 people do the survey, which was awesome. Absolute gold. I'm looking forward to sharing the results more broadly with you, and some of the insights I got out of that. Really learning what people want to learn, like what they want to learn about it. And actually, one of the top things was video. So that's why we're kind of discussing, that's going to shape a bit of the direction of some of these future episodes. And so this first one being, once again, really on video, the importance of video. So I want to connect the dots there, I guess, with the survey. But being all techie, I did actually get I just kind of searched on the App Store. You're not going to really be able to see it in the video. This little like hat draw thing where I put all your names into it, and you literally just tap the screen and it's going to do a random draw. So I'm going to get Scott to basically touch the screen, and a name's going to appear, and I'm going to read it out, and I'll get in contact with you. I've got your contact details, and I'll figure out how to get it to you in whatever currency and whatever world you are. And as a way to say thank you for giving me your input. So
I'll do a drum roll.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
Tap that hat.
Ding.
It is Ashley Willingham.
Ashley Willingham,
wow.
Well done.
Ashley Willingham's a good friend of ours, so we're excited to see She won it, fellow blogger. You can check her blog out, ashleywillingham.com, I believe. So check that out. Really stoked that she was able to be the winner.
She might even walk by in the
If she
background.
does, she'll be like, yell, like, here you go, you actually won. If she does, we'll let you know. Anyways, congratulations, Ashley.
Woo.
So, sweet. Well, that's it. We're going to just dive into the meat of this chat, which is why you, why I, why Scott, why we all need video in our online communications.
Yes.
Why is it important in what you do, whether you run a Facebook page, an Instagram account, a Snapchat, a website, a blog, whatever it is, why on earth is video important? And why have we believed the two of us believed it's so important in our communication strategy here at YWAM, and why do I believe it's important enough to kind of move beyond my comfort zone of the mediums that I love to actually sit in front of a camera and do video. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of bounce back a few ideas and some of our thoughts. Scott is a creative, actual videographer and filmmaker, and me as a communications strategist and social media person, dude. And so it's, I guess to start, it's kind of like we've really witnessed over the last couple of years, and you will have too online, whether it was overly noticeable and you paid a lot of attention to it. We've been paying a lot of attention to the place the videos had. We all know YouTube.
Yep.
Duh. Like, have you seen that latest YouTube video of the cat chasing the laser, or a baby or something? I've got a few GoPro baby videos of my own daughter on there. And so we all know YouTube, and we all know that YouTube, the amount of video that is consumed and uploaded on YouTube is mind-boggling.
Yes.
Like I don't have current stats right now. We just all know and can agree it's like absolutely ridiculous, like how much videos are uploaded every single minute and hour of the day, and how much time people spend. And even over the last few years, statistically, I think YouTube as a whole has been, when you consider it as a social network, it's been actually viewed as the social network that has the most time spent on it per person, like even more than Facebook at times. I think they're kind of always in this battle.
Yeah.
And that's because of video. People spend so much time watching a video. You're going to sit and you might watch a 20-minute video on YouTube, but you might go on Facebook and jump off, on and off, that kind of thing. And so we know YouTube is a big player, but one thing we've seen is a huge shift in the last year and a half. I mean, it goes back longer than that, but when Facebook first introduced the ability to upload a video, and to the point where now you just scroll through your news feed, and it's
everywhere.
Like video, and if you didn't turn off the autoplay, it's video playing in your face, kind of thing. I myself have turned the autoplay off. And it's probably been one of the biggest data culprits, suckers of your data for your mobile phone plan. But video has made its way in, and as you kind of witness this happening, it hasn't just been random. It's been, or companies like Facebook, it's the largest social network in the world and one of the largest companies in the world, they really woke up to this a few years ago, and were like, we're going to actually spend millions of dollars in development and actually research and figuring it out. And these are really smart people. They know what they're doing in the area of communications online. Yep. They're innovating and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And so it's just like, it's almost a side point. We should always be really looking at who are the innovators and the leaders in the industry, and how do we learn from them. And I'm constantly doing that. Who's this person and this person I follow and stuff, to get great ideas. And you can kind of see like where are these companies investing lots of money and stuff, and time and energy, and even on their platform what they're preferring. They're preferring video. And it's really overtaken Facebook, and we're seeing that now come into Instagram. Instagram recently announced, if you didn't hear, they're going to be taking 15-second video clips up to 60 seconds.
Woo! That's a big jump.
It's a big jump. When I first predicted it, I knew they were going to up it. I was first thinking 30 seconds.
Maybe 30, but to go the whole minute, you can fit so much in a minute.
Yeah.
I thought 15 seconds was quite a while to start. It's re-emphasizing the value of video.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Instagram's gonna just continue to lift the lid on that a bit in the future. I don't see that slowing down. And we were talking earlier too. I just don't think. I think even Instagram, whether you're a purist and you love photography and photos, and Scott's a photographer, so it's like no matter how much you love that medium of photography, and I'm not saying it's not valuable, it is, and you're a purist on Instagram, it's not going to be long before video really actually starts to overtake it, where most of the things you scroll through Instagram are actually videos. And it's because it's what people want, it's what people are valuing, and there is the response there. These companies, Facebook owns Instagram, but as a whole, they're seeing this is actually, even though there are people who would like, I just want my photos, ultimately it is something that they are wanting video. So I see that continuing to take over, and you see it going into I don't think there is any there's very few social networks that wouldn't be really leading in this. And in a future episode, I'm wanting to really dive into the whole world of Snapchat. That's a big one in my current space within the communication stuff I'm doing. It's really seeing how the role Snapchat plays now. It's not one anyone can ignore anymore. And it's something we should be taking seriously. And video is a huge part of Snapchat. Snapchat themselves say that there's over 8 billion video views every single day.
8 billion?
On Snapchat. 8 billion. So that's
billion.
Just like, it's hard to get my head around. Like, once again, YouTube and Facebook I know are sort of in the similar range of statistics, but how much just video content's being viewed, how many more about people's snaps are gone from photos to videos, with all the crazy filters and face swapping and crazy things the technology's gone to. You can't just face swap a photo, but you can face swap live video and stuff like that. Put cats on your head, and Snapchat. It's funny. Recently I've been telling people, like, I'm really hoping to take Snapchat seriously, though you're not technically supposed to take Snapchat seriously. In the how you communicate on it, it's not one to be taken seriously, but it is one to be taken seriously as a medium that we're communicating in, especially in video. Once again, we're back to video. So I don't know, like we were talking once again earlier as we're prepping this, is like, what from a creative's perspective, I can be like, everyone needs to do video and try to, I don't want to, I can try to convince the people out there that make videos to not just put them online, but really think through where you're putting them online. What's been some of your journey, I guess?
Yeah, my journey's been a big part of Daniel encouraging me to stay educated on these different platforms, because as a creative, I can have my preference and where I upload the content I create, but that in the past had been limiting, and it just kind of, I came to the realization that the platform equals an audience, and so learning and educating myself on all these different platforms really has been beneficial to learning about how to really create with that particular audience. And so, for instance, putting energy and effort into the nitty-gritty of YouTube, of Facebook, of Instagram, of Snapchat, of Vimeo, knowing a lot about each platform has really been beneficial. And that's exciting, because you want to know the audience, because you want to know what they want, and so you're creating content for them. That's the purpose of making it in the first place. So in the past, I was a lot more tunnel vision, just one platform, but over the years, especially the last year and a half, with the increase of these platforms getting more and more popular, it's been very valuable to keep my ear to the ground on what these platforms offer to the audience.
Now, I strictly told Scott before we started not to get into the debate between like Vimeo versus YouTube versus Facebook. Where do you upload your videos and put them? And I kind of, like, even as he's talking, I'm like, we need to go there. It might open a bit of a can of worms. I don't want to go there too long, but I think that drills into a perfect example of this. Is like, I keep seeing people posting a Vimeo video on Facebook, and even now YouTube videos on Facebook, and I'm of a much more stronger opinion, like, stop posting Facebook video links on Facebook. Stop posting Vimeo videos on Facebook. Stop doing that. Use Facebook, you idiot. No, sorry. for those that are doing it, I don't actually mean that, but I kind of hold this hard line on that, but I think it goes back to that. Like, so I'm just like, there's so much potential, I think, by actually uploading your video natively, and it can be like, oh, but then no one's going to see my YouTube video or Vimeo video. Maybe not, but
yeah,
what
because
do you think?
My thing, like my thoughts are, and a lot of creative artists will be able to relate with this, is you put your heart and soul into your art, and you put a lot of time and a lot of effort, and why not dive into different platforms to enhance your overall product? And that was something I was quite stubborn about back in the day, about 3 or 4 years ago, is like everything must go on Vimeo because it's the most crisp, delicious images you could ever imagine. But that's very limiting because there's only a niche audience that's going to ever see that. And I've had to learn to open it all up and put the same product, exactly the same product, but in all these different areas. To, like you say, the more like nets you throw out, the more you're going to affect the people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I say that kind of a hard line, but I feel the pain of the creatives. It's like,
yes.
For the videographers, it's like Facebook videos, they usually lower the quality for you. Even YouTube, they kind of mess with it. They kind of do it based on people's internet access, all that kind of stuff. And so this video, even the way you're viewing it, maybe on Facebook's probably a much lower quality than if we put it on Vimeo and you're viewing it there. And so I feel that pain, but I think it always comes back to that key thing of like, why are we communicating? Who is the message for? And are we sacrificing the actual message being heard by our audience for our personal preference? Because we're not creating messages for ourselves. Like I'm not creating this video for me. And so if I was, I would just film it, put it on my TV at home and watch it. That's the most comfortable scenario for me. Lying on my couch, watching it on the big screen. That's comfortable for me. Putting it online as I'm doing now, not comfortable for me. Not what I necessarily want to do. But this message is not for me. It's not for Scott. It's hopefully helpful to other people. And your other people are who I sort of care about serving and helping and assisting in some way. None of this may not help you. I don't know. But I'm doing this because I believe there is people out there that are I've been getting the feedback. People want to learn more about this. The survey said that. Like, I want to learn more about video. And so that's why I'm using video and going to put it on Facebook within mediums that the people asking, it's easiest for them to access. And they can actually see it in the way they love. Not the way that I think is just the easiest. It takes the quickest to upload, and it's more work to upload it in multiple places. It's more work to think through how should I edit it for that place or space or medium. And we've done that with Vimeo. With YouTube. That's part of our YouTube journey, is like, you got to edit videos differently on YouTube. You got to think through so much other intricacies of what thumbnails you use compared to some of the other platforms where it just doesn't matter as much, and even the quality of videos and stuff. So.
It comes down to serving the audience and choosing all of the platforms.
Yeah. I mean, that leads me into probably one of the sort of main final big points that I want to bring is like, because we talk about mediums or platforms, and it's like Facebook being a platform to put your videos, and ultimately one of the largest platforms or mediums that people are consuming video content on is actually the mobile phone itself. And so that's what we're seeing going forward. And so depending on where your video is placed and where you've got it, Vimeo, YouTube, people are going to mostly be watching your videos now on a mobile device. So even that crazy high quality, looks good on a big screen, on a screen this size, isn't necessarily as valuable or as important. And it's just crazy because, I mean, they're saying by 2018, I think, that over 2/3 of people's usage of these phones is actually going to be consuming video.
Wow.
So it's like, not just like taking photos and doing messaging and stuff. It's actually going to be doing this, holding it probably sometimes this way, but hopefully this way now as a videographer.
Hopefully.
Are going to be actually just sitting there watching videos, 2/3 of content. And the other huge one that we haven't talked about yet has to do the whole issue of search. And so people are wanting to find out information of how to do stuff or about an organization, or people are constantly on the internet, all of us, searching for information about stuff like who was that actor and where do I buy this, shopping, everything. And Google, that's why Google is one of the biggest players, and the Google search engine is huge, is because people are using the internet as a place for information and you want to learn about things. And so it's crazy, like even what I'm watching, what I believe, even with that 2018 sort of as looking forward, it's only a year and a half away. I kind of agree the 2/3 content with a mobile phone, but I have this kind of theory that I heard from a friend of mine just a while ago, about a year ago probably now, just even with the future of search, that did you even know that YouTube is actually one of the largest, if not the second largest, search engine in the world? It happens to be owned by Google, but that little box at the top of YouTube that people are searching, how to do this, what about this, searching your organization, they're actually doing it on YouTube. And if you don't have videos there for them to find out about you or your product or your message, they're going to find something else or something. Like, they're not going to find you. And so if your audience is people on YouTube, which is a huge amount of people, especially young people, you need your videos up there. And
Totally.
I think by 2018, I'll go on the record as saying that I feel like video searches, whether that's on YouTube or even that come up in Google, like video search results is going to overcome all other types of text results. And so that young people no longer want to search for something and read about it. They want to search for something and they want to watch it. They want to experience it. And as I've considered that, I'm like, even my journey, when you think of a product, whether it was headphones I was trying to buy, or the first time I bought a drone, so my first drone, I did go on Google a few times, but most of my searching, I sat on YouTube and was just like, reviews on this, open box on this,
Totally.
basically just search first flight about this and how to use this, and just watched people using the product who weren't the employees, weren't the glossy promo videos. I just wanted to see, was this actually a good drone? Was it worth the money? And was just excited about I knew I was getting it, so I was like, oh, I want to see it in action, and it got me more and more excited. And so young people today, they want to experience it, they want to see it. They don't want to read how to bake a cake instructions on a blog. They want to actually watch someone on a video.
Watch it. And talking about cakes, my wife was looking at getting a new oven. And it just, all this is what we're talking about. It was just confirmed to me, the power of video, was every oven you could click on had a video a review on the certain oven. And then with gas heaters, there's this guy that comes up, shows you all the features, and she really valued that. It's really helpful.
You get to it's not just like a window into a product or an organization or something, but it's actually like a real life thing you can experience and get an idea of, kind of thing. And that's where the internet communications, I feel, is really heading, and what we're starting to see with live video more and more. Facebook's really opened that up, where a lot of you may not have seen it yet, and I haven't utilized it very much yet at all, but there's even separate social networks for this, like Periscope or Meerkat. But Facebook itself has a live streaming feature now where you can actually, on your status on your phone, go and take a video, but it's actually live, and it gets put on the newsfeed live and then saved there later for people to watch. And it's that same thing, as it's like people want to experience what's happening or what it's actually like, even in the moment,
tangible
kind of thing. And you see Facebook once again investing all millions of dollars in all these companies because it's what people are wanting, and it's taking off. Even some of these little niche apps are taking off in a big way because of their feature to do live. And then the natural next step, whether we like it or not, whether it freaks us out, and there's a lot of negatives we could get into over and the dangers of these new technologies that I won't get into in this talk, but is the future of virtual reality as well. Once again, as it's putting you, giving young people the experience. It's like, and so if we're not, as content creators, if we're not taking our message into those spaces, our messages may never get heard by the very people we feel challenged to reach with our message. And so constantly convicted on this and challenged on this, that I would be willing to get outside of my comfort zone and go to things and places and use things that I don't necessarily love or want to, Snapchat being one of those. And I'm starting to really actually enjoy it. Starting to enjoy Snapchat a bit, and looking forward to seeing what place it plays and me getting my message out there, just like this message of, hey, communications is important to seeing the vision that you have for anything, seeing your message get heard, understanding communications and digital communications and social media. So that's where video comes in.
Excuse me, Daniel. Talking about communications, can I just check if the camera is still recording? Oh, good.
That could have been bad. Scott was telling me there's actually, you know how most cameras, they got the little red light on the front or something? This camera doesn't.
This one just does not have...
It's a fascinating thing. Thank you for checking. That could have been bad.
I value the audience.
That's good.
See?
Good little side piece that we'll kind of transition in. So, what's the moral of the story? Video is important. Use it. If you've never posted a video on your Facebook page, your business page, or you don't have a YouTube account, or you've considered video, but you don't know how to get into it. Do the research, figure it out. Ask me questions. Ask Scott questions. You could ask Scott questions in the comments, and figure out how to get into it. There's never been a better time because of the technology we have in our own hands, even our phones, the editing you can do. You can create quality stuff, quality videos and stuff. Scott's got like top end awesome equipment, but even within that, we love to do GoPro stuff and stuff with phones. We're looking at all kinds of really basically multipliable stuff that we can do on low budgets. I mean, we work within a nonprofit and charity sector that doesn't have necessarily huge budgets to work with like some major corporations would. And so you may sit there and go, I don't have any money. Well, I'm sure you or someone on your team's got some smartphone or you have a computer, so it's possible.
Yes, it's very possible.
Yeah.
These are amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that challenged you. I mean, and hopefully it kind of encourages you to get into the video space. Hopefully it encourages you to ask those questions. Feel free to sort of dive into any of the points we made in the comments, or email me, or contact us online. Snap me if you have Snapchat. I'd love to hear your feedback. I said that in the first episode. I'm going to say that time and time again. As communicators, we need feedback and response. Otherwise, we're not communicators. We're not actually communicating. So I'm huge on that, and I'm only creating these videos because of your feedback is saying that. And your feedback's, I want future episodes to really be formed by that. It's by your feedback, whether it's through surveys or through a comment. I'm going to be bringing it. I am going to be taking your questions and your comments seriously, and sometimes it might just be a little piece of these episodes, or sometimes it might actually make it into a full episode, or even a blog. Or other ways I'll do it. I got a Snapchat today from a friend of mine just asking for 3 tips on how to keep my desk space clean, and it's kind of funny. I was asking, so does that mean you think my desk space is clean all the time? I don't know. I guess it's above average. I can't show you on the camera right now, but it's not bad.
Nice.
Maybe I'll write a blog or do a quick Snapchat 3 tips. I don't have those off the top of my head, but those are the kinds of things I value and I want to talk about on this, so please give me your feedback. So we just lost you for a second. We checked the camera earlier. We're having a bit of technical difficulties, so there was a little bit of a cut.
We are back.
We are back. We'll just leap right back into it. We feel like we know where we're at. I think that's what we're discussing feedback. We're talking about how we value and really want your feedback. I wanted to highlight a good friend of mine, Alfredo, who actually sent a letter in the mail, which was a challenge I did in the last episode, or Container Talks, and he actually full-blown wrote it out. It's got a stamp on it. Here it is. Took the time, and so I wanted to give him a shout-out. Go follow him on Instagram, Senior Sauce, SRSAUCE,
there you go.
on Instagram. He was asking questions about video, which we've kind of talked about today, but he's wanting to really grow in how he does videos. He's got a GoPro, stuff like that. So we've connected him with Scott and the team, and they're going to kind of help him how to piece together a really good little quick video clips, and so we're looking forward to seeing your shots. We love you, and we're excited about that. So
I can't believe he wrote in. Like, that's fantastic.
Definitely the first time I've ever had that happen.
I know, that's amazing.
If you do this, you will get a full, clear shout out on the show, and we'll hopefully address whatever your questions are in that. So thanks, Alfredo. One of the other main pieces of feedback we got was from my sister, actually, Kayla. She was asking about books I've read. Sorry, Kayla. I did not come prepared to this one. It's getting a little bit long in length. Next time I'm planning on bringing my Kindle. I'll get into some of the books I've read. So we won't do that right now.
Hi, Kayla.
So thanks for tuning in. I hope you really liked it, and I'm looking forward to really diving into Snapchat tomorrow. So thanks, Scott, for joining me again. Don't know if it'll be an every time thing. We're still kind of figuring that out, or I'm hoping to have some other people as well.
You are so welcome, Daniel.
Sweet. Thanks for taking. Obviously, if you've made it this far through, you are one committed person. I really appreciate it. You're a great person. People's snappers, things out there, and so yeah, we'll catch you next time. Ready?